gonna let Myreen take over for a little bit, so if y'all will give her a round of applause, please.
Okay, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Myreen Ahsan, and I'm currently a 8th grader at the junior high. And last year I had the amazing opportunity to compete at the Science and Engineering Fair of Houston, where I ranked 3rd place. Then I competed at the Texas Science and Engineering Fair, where I ranked 2nd in the state. And then after that, I qualified among top 10% of the participants nationwide. And most recently, I was honored to be ranked one of the top 300 in the nation, and I'm currently running for the top 30 in the nation. I'm going to share a couple of tips and tricks that I've gained from my experience through science fair. The first thing is that students should really start early because you have to have enough time to conduct your experiments and inquiries. Another thing is feasibility. It's important to make realistic goals for yourself and not like overly pack yourself with, oh, I'm going to do so much now. And also remember, it's just the experience and you're learning, and it's not for a grade, so you're not going to get a penalty for it. And another thing is choosing the right category. Ms. Holmgren just mentioned about how there's a variety of categories you can choose from. An important part of that is choosing something you're going to be passionate about, because this is a long process. You're going to be working on it from now until February. So it has to be something that you have drive to do all throughout this school year. And another thing to remember is that no idea is too small or too simple. So that means any idea can be unique as long as it solves a problem. In my house, the big problem is laundry. An idea that could help solve that would be like, I don't know, like an AI robot that pulls laundry. So if I could make a small prototype that could just be a like theoretical potential to solve a problem, that could be a good idea too. And another thing about your project is it should have some real world relevance. No matter what kind of project, you have to know your audience and be relatable. Your project should relate to a target audience or to a lot of different people. And then lastly, practicing your presentation. You should be prepared because from my experience, I had over 13 judges in just 8 hours. So it's like a lot that's gonna happen. And so you have to be prepared for any and every question that you get. It's not gonna be like, oh, you're gonna be asked about what was your conclusion. The judges are gonna have open-ended questions that you have to be prepared for. And then here are some common questions that I came up with. So there is a fee for SEF, it's just $35, and then our team's allowed for SEF. And yes, but it's a maximum up to 3 students and can remain to be in different grades. So since we're in the junior high, obviously in the junior division, we're only going to be with 6th through 8th graders. If you want to branch into different grades, you can. And another question is, what is the dimension of the boards this year? The dimensions are 64.4 inches, 30 inches in depth, and 48 inches in width. The reason I mentioned this is we talked about safety and precautions. Last year we had different dimension rules. It's important to keep this in mind whenever you're planning out your project because you can get a disqualification for not going to those requirements. Yeah, that includes my section of the presentation. Thank you so much.
Will you give them an overview of what your project was last year?
Sure. Yes, to give you a high level of my project, I computationally created signaling molecules that could target a cancer called glioblastoma.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, she's doing awesome with it. And I think we're not quite at a continuation project, but we're taking the next steps forward. Thank you.